Nigerians have joined other Muslim faithful around the world to celebrate il-fitr. In Abuja, President Muhammadu Buhari attended this year's il-fitr prayers at the Mambila Barracks Mosque. The president arrived at exactly 9 a.m. amidst heavy security for the prayers to mark the end of the holy month of Ramadan. In an earlier salam message, President Buhari appraised the security situation in the country and declared that the final victory against Boko Haram is within sight. The president also directed increased coordination and cooperation among security agencies and assured that there would be no shortage of funds to provide security for citizens. The president said with the designation of bandits as terrorists, the challenges of banditry and kidnapping are being tackled differently in the northwest and north-central states, where the latest military acquisitions have been deployed to eliminate all threats to national security. The president said after a period of fasting and reflection this year, there is cause to welcome the end of Ramadan with hope as the battle waged against the terrorists who falsely masquerade under the name of Islam is approaching its conclusion. In attendance at the il-fitr prayers alongside President Buhari at the National Security Advisor, Babagana Monguno, Senior Special Assistant to the President on Media and Publicity, Garuba Shehu, former Minister of Interior, Abdurrahman Dambazau, and former Minister of Defense, Ali Yuguzo. The president was led by the acting chief imam of the Presidential Guards Brigade, Warrant Officer Tahiru Mohammed.
For Muslims all over the world, where they celebrate the il-fitr that marks the end of the month of Ramadan, and Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala do forgive all his servants in this special day. My message to Nigerians is Nigerians should unite. We don't have any country than Nigeria. None of us can go to another country and live. It's better we unite, we create peace by ourselves, and to have the fear of God so as to live well in our country.
All right, the Sultan of Sokoto and President General Nigeria Supreme Council of Islamic Affairs, Mohammed Saad Abubakar, has called on leaders to imbibe the fear of God and be compassionate to the masses as they run the affairs of the country. The Sultan made the call at his palace shortly after the il-fitr prayer at the Sokoto Central Eid Prayer Ground, led by the Sokoto State Chief Imam Malawi Akwara. He called on leaders and other well-to-do members of the society to sustain the act of assisting the masses they engage in during the holy month of Ramadan. The Sultan expressed worry about the security challenges in the country and called on security agencies to ramp up efforts in fighting the menace. He also said there is a need to resuscitate the nation's economy to create jobs and other employment opportunities for the teeming unemployed youth. The Sultan said doing so will take a large number of unemployed persons off the streets and guarantee peace and peaceful coexistence among Nigerians. He called on politicians to be patriotic and play politics without bitterness as the nation approached general election. Sultan Abubakar said campaigns should be issue-based and done without disparaging opponents, but should be done with honor and respect for one another. In Lagos, the national leader of the All Progressives Congress, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, also observed the Eid prayers for the il-fitr celebration. This marks the end of the 30-day fasting according to Muslim injunction. And as Muslim faithful celebrate, they have been urged to imbibe the lessons learned during the month of fasting and ensure peace and coexistence. They have also called on politicians seeking for elective posts to have the interest of the people at heart.
Thank God that we have seen today, and we have been through this month, holy month of Ramadan. And then what we learn from it: peace, unity, and stability, kindness, forgiveness of sins, and all infractions against the wish of Allah. We should respect one
And away from the Eid celebrations now, organized labor has charged workers to accept partisan politics as a fundamental way of life for the protection and survival of the working class. Top on the list of issues affecting Nigerian workers and other Nigerians is the rising spate of insecurity, advocacy for better welfare, improved economy and increased minimum wage. This call was made in Abuja at the International Workers' Day celebrations. TVC News correspondent Joke Adisa reports.
It is another May Day celebration. Workers in high spirits assemble once again to showcase their relevance to the nation's productivity as the creators of its wealth. Burning national issues affecting the Nigerian workers and the citizens are the center of discussion. These include increased insecurity and crises in virtually every sector of the economy, such as power, energy, education and health. Labour views the forthcoming general election as a starting point for workers to reverse the unfavorable conditions.
The founding fathers of the labor movement of Nigeria did not sit on the fence as the fight for the liberation of Nigeria from colonial forces raged on. Workers were in the forefront of the struggle for our national independence.
At the heart of decent work is the freedom of association, the right to organize, workers' right to join union of their choice, set up their own rules, organize their own activities, and manage their own funds without interference by employers or employers' association or even government.
The Labour Minister is impressed with the resolve of workers to play a decisive role in the 2023 elections.
Let us get the PVCs done so that Labour can dictate the way of governance of their country.
The Buhari administration commends the tenacity of the nation's workforce, but the shutdown of academic activities across public universities worries the government.
We are not unmindful of the anxieties of our children and their parents, who are plagued by thoughts of an uncertain future as they stay home because universities have been struck by industrial act. And I want to appeal again to the academic staff union of universities and the broader labor community to seek the path of dialogue. Disagreement and debate have always been a part of the relationship between labor and government.
To overcome many of the challenges facing the Nigerian workers, organized labor craves for investments in public assets, rehabilitation of dilapidated refineries, and construction of new ones, as well as the rehabilitation of roads, especially those critical to the economic development of the nation. Joke Adisa, TVC News, Abuja.